Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the announcement of the evening. And now, introducing to you, hailing from West London, United Kingdom, coming in by way of the dance hall and grime scene, it's Lady, your girl, CHANN.
Go with the Bridgierweight. What's your thoughts on if you could establish a new weight category? Where would you put it in the categories now? Where would you think there is a need to put a weight category, and where would you put it? Why and why? Hello.
Hold on 1 second. I said, give me a second. Oh, 1 second, 1 second.
I am.
Sorry.
Shut up. I am.
I got to pay attention out here, man. You know, so. No, not you. You're inside. You're fine. I said, give me a second. I just seen a few people jumping out of a car. I want to know what they're doing. That's all.
I'm going to pause the. Yeah. Yeah, recording. Yeah. So where would you the Bridgierweight and stuff?
I don't know about that. I'm not sure where I'm at. I'm not sure where I'm at with that. I think it's a little bit more of a distraction. You know, like, look, we've had heavyweights, we had cruiserweights for some time. Now they've got something in the middle, smaller. Maybe it might make it easier for the smaller guys to beat, you know, and become world champions. But all it does is more beneficial for the sanctioning bodies to make more money. Mm-hmm. And that's all I'd say about that. You know what I mean? Because if you've got a guy in between cruiser and heavy, and he struggles, maybe now, I think, I'll tell you what, like Richard Whyte was a cruiserweight. Mm-hmm. And I know, I'm not saying he struggles, but I know he's gone vegan to make the weight. Lawrence Okoli, similar thing, gone vegan to make the weight. So potentially with those guys, what will happen is Lawrence is fighting for a world title now on December the 12th. If he wins that now, he could potentially fight. Why? You're nodding. Now I'm saying he potentially could become a two-weight world champion if he wants to go up. Instead of going to heavyweight, just make it easier on himself, go up a few pounds and go for that Bridgegate, and maybe he becomes a two-weight world champion, which is a bit weird because they're virtually the same. Yeah. You know what I mean? Some people are weight drained and they become weaker.
He ain't going to be able to make...
So let's see what happens anyway.
He ain't going to really realistically now be able to make heavyweight as yet, because before they was going to make it super cruiser. They was going to do it from 175 to 190, and now it's not. It's literally, you've got to be 224 to make heavyweight now. And Lawrence Okoli falls short of that. Even Deontay Wilder does. Not saying that he can't go up because he was like 230 on Tyson part 2. So, but man like Lawrence Okoli, even Usyk.
Yeah, but what? No, but remember, what you got to remember, these guys, they got to make weight. They literally got to make weight. I reckon they could probably get to about 220, 220, something easy.
224.
I don't think that's that hard for them. Listen, if they started eating meat, I think they would put on weight and did a little bit more. Okay, so what is that? And is that the maximum or is that the minimum? Because I'm sure, what is that? Is that where it is?
Minimum.
224 is not between anything.
224 is the minimum.
Well, yeah.
You've got a delay on your
What's the maximum then? So is that what it is? Just 224 then, yeah?
Yeah, 224 now.
I'm saying, okay. I'm not, like I said, I don't know much about it. I didn't really dig into it. I didn't question it too much. It's just something new. And until we know who's going to be fighting in that weight class and in and around them numbers, then you'll start to get a feel of who is what is what. So let's see what happens.
Yeah. Okie dokes. And what do you think about, did you watch the Conor Benn and Formella fight?
Yeah, no, good fight, man. Listen, you can see the vast improvements Conor Benn has made in that fight. He looked strong, he looked explosive, and he was punching Formella from pillar to post. Credit to Formella though, he's a very strong, durable, got a great chin on him.
Good chin.
Some people were saying, "Oh, Ben ain't got no power," but then I said you could arguably say that then Formella's actually got a good chin. Which one do you think it is? You know what I mean? I'd say it's probably very tough because he was hitting him flush with some good shots, you know, and you can see how he went the distance with Sean Porter, you know, and credit to Ben, he done good. Everyone's calling him out. They know he's a little cash cow of, you know, the UK division. The name Conor Benn, but you know what? You can see the improvements. He looked very sharp. His jab looked sharp. He looked like he's doing. I felt like he did lose his way. He started to just become repetitive, doing the same thing a little bit too much. Because I think he could have tried some different ideas in there. But you know, sometimes people just do enough and get the win done. Not too much of a criticize because I felt like the performance was very, very good. But I still felt like, you know, the very elite boys would have found
they would have got him out of there. They would have got Formella out of there.
Cool with the Earl Spencers, you know, the real elite boys would have done something different and pulled it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I just felt that he did have power.
But, I mean, look, Conor's still young. He's 24. Yeah. And he's still learning on. He's learning on the job.
Yeah.
He's learning on the job. So it was a brilliant performance for me. So it was good.
And then also with on that card was Wardley and Pate Latte. Did you think like that was a dive? Because what I saw was him get the right hook to the temple, but it didn't connect as I didn't expect. I know that temple shots are concussive shots, but I don't know. Latte is usually a bit more durable than that. So I don't know. Did you see that? And what do you think? Because that looked a bit wild. How he just round 2 done. You've got a delay. Like there's a delay. I can't.
No, absolutely, I thought the same thing.
There's a massive delay. Like
I expected a lot more from Latte because of
delay. Can't hear you. It catches up. It's like you speak.
I don't know. Let me take this out and see if that. No, that my bad. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
I can hear you. That's it. Go on. No delay. Oh, a little bit.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah. What do you think of the Wardley? What do you think of Wardley and?
Oh, you can hear me now. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah, basically, listen, it was a good win. It was a good knockout.
But was it a dive?
Sharp, got good jab.
Yeah, but was it a dive?
Power a little bit. He carries a little sting and a pop. I'm sure he's got decent power because he's knocked out.
But was it a dive?
I don't know if it was. I don't know. You don't know. We're not gonna know if it's a dive. We're not gonna know. Look, how did you dictate if it's a dive? You can't tell if it's a dive. How are you gonna dictate if it's a dive?
Yeah,
we never got the punch in our head, so you're not gonna be able to know what it is. Only Latte knows if he took a dive or not. What I would say is this: because of just listen a second. Because of the rounds he done with Daniel Dubois, I expected more. I think did he fight Gorman as well? Did he fight Gorman?
I'm not sure.
So because of those things, I expected more from him. He looked in better shape when he was in them fights. So, but what I'm saying is, look,
Daniel,
when you get punched in the temple or just behind the back of the ear,
concussive,
it is quite devastating.
Yeah.
But forget that. What was more concerning is when he got jabbed and he was buzzed from the jab. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, but what I do know is they say speed kills, and Wardley is very fast for a heavyweight. So when you look at that side of the spectrum, potentially it was devastating. I don't know, but we're not going to be able to prove unless we find Latte, offer him a little pounded yam, little steamed fish and whatnot, and some plantain, and say, "Yo, Barcy, what happened in that fight? Did you take a dive? Did you? You know what I mean? He might give us the information, but he might not. But you know what? He might have, because what you know what the thing is? What would have been the odds on a first round knockout from Fabio? You would have got amazing odds on something like that. Amazing odds. So I don't know. Listen, I'm not Oracle. I mean, Fabio's, that was his 10th fight, 10 fights, 9 knockouts. His record speaks for itself. So, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's a tricky one.
Okay. And just also your take on Little and Babic. So Little's retiring after that super fucking epic fail.
Oh. Listen, he was doing okay. When he was jabbing, he was doing okay. He was boxing, he was doing okay. But what you got is Savage the Babbage is that for a reason. He's overwhelming, swarming style. He's overwhelming, swarming style, non-stop punching, pushing people on the back foot. It's going to be difficult for anyone. Unless you're someone who is comfortable in the ring, can ride shots and punch at the same time, you're going to have a problem. You know what I mean? And even then, you're still going to have a bad night because he just doesn't stop punching. You're going to need real concussive power to fight someone like that. A lot of people don't like his style and they feel he's limited, but he's 6-0, 6 knockouts. His record speaks for itself. He's someone who's doing his thing. He had over 200 amateur fights and he was, you know, fought for his country when he was coming up. But I mean, you know, he needs to probably use his jab a little bit more sometimes, I'd say. But, you know, that's not his style. It's Savage the Babbage. He goes in there to bring pain, to try and get people out of there. And 9 times out of 10, it's not even that. It's 10 times out of 10. At the minute, 100% of his record is all knockouts. And he delivers what he says he's going to deliver, pain, and he gets them out of there. You know, people say, oh, yeah, I think this person can beat that person. I'm saying, well, my guy, listen, you're going to have to go in there and prove it. You're going to have to go in there and show what you're made of, what metal and what, you know what I mean? So it's easy talking from the comforts of homes or outside and all of us saying this, but the guy's doing what he's saying is what is on the tin. Let's see him go up. I think they put in Lucas Brown. That'd be interesting, but I still feel, you know, Lucas Brown is far, far past his best. Far past his best. You know, Dave Allen got him out of there, put his shot. I think Savage will probably swarm him and finish him off at some stage. I mean, I think, you know, there's some good fighters. I think they're looking at Wardley versus Gorman, which would be an interesting fight. I mean, that's a better fight. That's a good fight because Gorman had a decent amateur career. He's a fast guy for a heavyweight and certain things. So let's see, man. There's interesting fights out there for them boys. But, you know, look, they come through them. And Tom Little, listen, Tom Little is a very funny guy. He's a good character. He's done enough in the sport, man. And at the minute, he's come up short quite a bit. So I don't blame him that he doesn't want to sit around taking punishment anymore unnecessarily. So credit to him. All the best. No, he's actually a very good boxer. You know, he just doesn't turn up on a night. If you ever saw him in a ring boxing, in the gym, sparring guys, you wouldn't believe it's the same guy. He boxes in rings around. A lot of the guys you see on telly doing all that, he boxes. He's good. But you see some people that are gym fighters, and when it comes to fight night, they can't deliver on fight night. You know what I mean? Some man's good in sparring. When they go on the bright light, it just doesn't come together for them. It doesn't gel. They're nervous, and it just doesn't come together. And I think Tom was in that position. But listen, it is what it is. This is a big fight business, and it's down to you. If you're a cucumber, chilling, you know what I mean, and you can go and pull it off. That's why all them boys, the elite boys who go in there and do that and handle the pressure and handle the nerves are the ones that tend to go further in their careers, you know?
Sorry, because of the day, just to wrap it up, I want to just quickly get on Brook and where do you think, what's going to happen with Kell? Retire, not retire, and Bud Crawford, what did you take from all of that?
Listen. I didn't take anything. I said what I was said. I did a few interviews and I said exactly how I felt it was going to go. I felt like Kell was always going to start sharp. He was going to be doing okay, but then Crawford would take over and win the fight and get a stoppage, whatever it is. I have Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford as my pound for pound number 1 ahead of Canelo. That's it. So I didn't expect, you know, I would have liked Kell. If he won, I would have been like, rah, hurrah, he's done it. I can't believe it. Good luck to him. He's from the UK. Why not support our own and big him up? But I just didn't think he had enough in the arsenal to go and beat someone like Crawford. And it showed. He got a 4th round stoppage. That's the first time Kell's been devastatingly taken out in emphatic fashion so quick. So it's just one of them. I don't think he should retire because there's guys that he can fight and he can make a living still out of. He might not make the big money he's used to, but he can still, you know, make enough money maybe to buy a few houses here and there. And that's what it's about, making and picking up a wage. There's guys he can fight, man. There's guys even up and coming. Look. Even the Khan fight still there. I'm sure those guys can. People will pay to see that fight still now. And listen, Khan can take that. No, you might not, but Khan can take that fight to Saudi, and then man, they will. No, it's not. It's not that he can be the gatekeeper, but look, he might not just be able to beat the elite guys anymore. That's all right, but there's guys underneath that what still make money. And are still fighting. You know what I mean? He can go and make money. Maybe he can do the rematch with Sean Porter. I don't think he beats him, but he can still go and try and fight Sean Porter. Who else is there? There's other guys out there. He doesn't need to be a gatekeeper. There's guys that he can fight. If he's matched right, it might be 50-50. He can probably beat them and do his thing and make a living. He's not that old. He shouldn't be retiring now. There's still a little bit of money to make on the table. Obviously, look, I'll tell you what he has. He stepped up to the plate time and time again and fought all the elite boys and lost. That's all it is. He's just one of them. You say that, but look at Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora is still he's probably making more money now than he did in the earlier stages in his career. And he's had 10 defeats. So that goes to show when people say, oh, you should retire, you should do this, he's got a sponsor. You shouldn't be too hasty to jump on that. There's a difference between Chisora and Kell. People sometimes get a resurgence. It's about matchmaking. It's about who you fight, not all the time who you do
not
fight.
World class. Because, look, Kell was world class. Hang on, it takes me a while to catch up with the delay.
Well, I'll say Chisora's in and around the argument. You know what I mean? He's in and around the argument doing his thing. Yeah, he's in and around the argument. He's doing his, you know what I mean? But I don't know. Listen, it is what it is. It's up to him if he wants to retire. I feel like he could make fights in maybe America or in the UK with guys who are coming up. Not coming up like that. I mean, the guys who are like world level, fringe world level, and they fight each other and you make a little, you know what I mean? You can make a living. But there's some, what it is, I'm not going to lie, in America, they got some real dangerous guys coming up. You got Joran Ennis. You got the next Mexican kid that's just signed an advisory deal with MTK, and he's out there. He's like 15, 16 and 16 knockout. He's a monster. Really? I don't think Kell wants to fight any of those guys, but like I said, he just needs to be matched well, and he can sit on the, move on the fence a little bit fringy and just pick up and make his money. You know what I mean? So it's just down if someone wants to back him and they believe in that and they want to do that with him. Someone will say, listen, we just don't believe in you. We're not going to take the risk and spend the money because it's not going to be a great investment and return for our investment. So it's just one of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so funny because the delay is that you're stopped talking, but it's still talking. But cool. All right then, Dean. Like, thanks for your input. I know you got bits and pieces to do. It's always good chopping it up with you. Like, we're definitely going to chop up. You don't need Pestalina, not Smokalina. Pestalina will be back on your line going, well, on. But I'll let you get on with your cool limit because you got your rest of your day to do. So big up. Thanks a lot for sitting down and chopping it up with me. You know, it's all love. Yeah? I have to hear it. I have to catch up. Yeah, the vocal catches up now.
All right. No worries. Take it easy. Respect, yeah?
Are you very
all right, love.
All right. See you later, dude. See ya.